Aquele está morto.
Hello, this is McKillers again, and I am... Hello, this is McKillers again, and I am redoing my intro. Whatever. I'm now doing University. We are covering every single non-DLC map for those brand new players, because this weekend I am on a mission to try to help out the brand new players in the game. And I'm also working on a undercover segment where I make a brand new account that no one knows about, and I try to get Redditors to play with me at www.r/TheLastOfUsFactions to try to give us a internal audit of how good our welcoming of new players are. So I will be also held accountable for my actions for not welcoming new players, but this is my attempt at what I think is probably going to be a poor welcoming of the brand new players. University is probably up. We're going to go over health kits. That's right. Here's a health kit here. Make sure you get that health kit. Let's do call-out spots first. I really love University. It's probably my second favorite map in the game. Non-DLC map for sure. I think Bookstore is up there a lot. All right, let's do call-outs now. All right. So we have Fountain. This whole open area, basically from here, like I'm trying to cut it off. This hole is just, there's someone by the fountain. This whole area. And then specifically, there's someone in the fountain. I am in the fountain. This is the area. So there's someone in the fountain. I think this is called like the back classrooms or like the fountain spawn. This whole area. If someone's in the back of the fountain spawn, that means that they're like, you know, if you take a line and draw it here, or like, whoa, I really screwed that up. This vertical line, like this is the back. This is like the courtyard of the spawn. Actually, no, courtyard is bad because courtyard is actually a different part. This is just, generally this is the spawn, right? This is the window. So someone's in the window of the fountain spawn. That's what they're talking about, like those two windows right here. Okay. These are now health kit here. These are, I call them the gardens, right? There's two gardens here. If you are coming from this side of the map, this would be the left garden, and that would be the right garden. Opposite is true if you're coming from the fountain. This is in the left garden, then this would be the right garden. If you're a sniper, this is my favorite sniping position on the map. It's actually close to a tie between this one and the tower, but they have very different uses. This one is a really good opening sniping part, right? So I will run through this spawn, pick up the health kit, skip this box, and just run straight to this planter because a lot of action happens in this hallway, and you can snipe people at this box, and you can snipe people from this area. You know, you can hold a lot of map here. You can see people running left sometimes, although not often, but the tower provides cover from people trying to snipe you from this window, which is also a nice thing. So if they run to if they spawn here, they run to the right. A lot of people with rifles, I guess lower level players, that window is generally not a very good spot, by the way. I'll get into that when I get to that side of the map. For new players, I want you to not fall in love with this area right here. This area is not as good as it looks, right? This map, a lot of action happens in this hallway, right? This is where a lot of deaths happen, in this area. Stay out of this area unless you have, at least, I would say, unless there were at least 3 of you, and you're pushing through, right? If you start in this map and you're pushing through, then that's okay. But generally, if, say, there's 2 of you, you really just want one person coming around here and shooting through this window. I see a lot of good players coming through here, shooting at this window. And whenever they're playing with me, they know that I'm in this garden, and I see them coming around, and I actually cover their side from that garden. That's another good reason why that garden's very good. And again, this map is very lopsided. I like the fountain area. I think is a lot better than this side of the map, this spawn. Because when you spawn back there, you have the option of running through this hallway without being seen, or hanging out in the you can run this way. You got both the gardens for cover. And another thing about the gardens is you're up kind of high, so it's sort of difficult to hit you. But when they do throw stuff at you, they have to throw it so high that generally you see it and you have enough time to jump over these little walls. And if it's a smoke bomb, and again, a quick tip for people that do not know, if you're about to get smoked and there's something that you can jump over to get into an animation, and you jump over it as a smoke bomb is going off, you will not get smoked. You will actually completely miss the smoke bomb. Same thing as if you have a one-hit board and you are in the animation to hit them with the board, then a smoke bomb goes off. You will not get hit by the smoke bomb. Quick little tip there. This is the courtyard area. Courtyard is just the middle of the map. There is a health kit here. This little area of the courtyard is just the statue area, right? I think that this is called the crates. There's a health kit there. This is called the crates area. If you're a new player, I would like for you to also stay out of this area. There's not very good. This is a move through area. If you watch my checkpoint thing, then you are a little more familiar. You're actually going to spawn here, and you're going to want to move through. If you have a rifle, you can quickly maybe cover this hallway, but you really want to just start moving up to this box. The main goal of this whole map, since it's so lopsided, is to just try to take this fountain area. The fountain side is so much better, I think, than the non-fountain side. Right? And if you are on this side of the map, another quick tip, if you have a bomb, I've had a lot of success planting bombs right here in this area. Say, your enemy spawns, and this is when you have control and you push through and they spawn at the fountain. Then they spawn here. A lot of times they'll get into like conflicts down this hallway, and they're like, oh god, I gotta bail, and they bail over. Or they're coming from the box and they're bailing over into this, and they get hit, right? And when they get revived, if they need to get revived, then a teammate has to actually come in here. So you have two people in this planter, and if they're in a conflict, then that gives your teammates, I guess, more breathing room or breathing time to kind of like recover from this little fight if they're fighting on this side of the hallway. And also if you're in the planter, that's why another spot you can snipe from that planter over to here and have good cover. Like if I'm on the enemy team and we have this fountain area, a lot of people like to, oh by the way, if you're camping behind this little area right here, you can actually snipe people. Hold on, I'll show you. Like if you're, see this little crack right here? Yes. A lot of times if they're prone, then you can actually snipe people right in this little V and through these sandbags too. Through that little hole in the sandbags. See that bullet go through, right? So if you are actually fighting from this side, you either have to go like directly right here, or I think it's better to actually go to shoot from this side, more so this side of these bags, because they can bank things off of this, and it gives you time to kind of run around. Like if you're camping far over here and they throw, a lot of times they'll throw a projectile from this window, then it'll hit this little box, and then you don't have enough time to actually run around this explosion or run away from this explosion. Gives you a little bit more time. If you have a rifle, I really like, if you're pushing up on the right side, again, snipers, you don't want to, since this is a move through area, you want to make things happen quick if you're stuck here, by the way. If things are starting to look bad, then generally this is not a good place, but you can always just bail over to this side and try to get more spread on the enemy team. All right, and hope you don't get shot by that quick little run. But you do not want to, this hallway is also a move through area. You don't want to stay right here. And this spot is bad, right? This spot is bad because you can get shot at from the fountain. Say like I am in the garden, I can just like, or if I'm in the right garden, then I can actually pop up and shoot you right there. Or a lot of times you'll get shot from like here if you're sniping people here, and you won't see people coming from your right at this box. And then once, if they're at this box, usually there's two. There's usually not one person, and you're alone. And this is you can, okay, so you can bail into the worst part of the map, really. And this is by far the worst part of the map. This is just so bad. You want to get out of here as soon as you can. One quick tip for those people. I did not go into all the call-out spots. Health kit here, sorry. Call-out spots are, I call this the right hallway, even though I think that I'm on the fountain side really often, and I just call this the right hallway. I think people also call this the classroom hallway, because there is a classroom here. Say one's in the classroom. This is the classroom. And then the couch, specifically. They're talking about this couch. One behind the couch. I don't think this has a name. I don't fight in this hallway enough to give you any specific strategies, because I think that this hallway in general is just a complete death trap. It is just a death trap. Also, this desk, a lot of new players like to shoot from this desk. This is not a good idea. There is just so much bad things that happen to new players in this hallway. I think they like to go. They go in this desk and then they try to snipe from here. But then, you know, earlier I was talking about that little flank that I like. That's because, you know, a good player would hop up right here and they would be able to just pop you and you're trapped. Okay, and they start shooting you. Where are you going to run? Right? You have to actually run back and your whole body is exposed, getting shot by this person from the window. And then, even then, if you're still running, I can actually get a shot on you from the garden. This little gap, right? And if I have you marked through Hawkeye, then I can time it correctly. Like I can see your whole body glowing and shoot you through this little gap and finish you off. I think the one thing that really makes this spawn bad, or this game lopsided, is since a lot of action happens on this side, and say they push through, if the whole team is still like in this hallway and they have not moved over to, I think this is where it cuts off. And sometimes maybe even it doesn't. But if your whole team is in this hallway, then the other team will still spawn back here. So one thing you need to watch out for, if you're pushing up this right hallway or classroom hallway, is a lot of newer players will wipe out the other team and they'll assume that they'll spawn back at the fountain, but in fact they will spawn right in front of them. And then they will kind of go, oh, they're spawning on the other side of the map, and they'll come and get this box right here, and then they're going to get like shot from above and shot from around because they don't realize that the other team is still spawning back here. Right? That's probably one of the biggest flaws in this map. I think they should spawn up at the fountain. And there is a patch coming out for the new DLC, so hopefully, you know, maybe they can fix some of these spawns in this map, but oh, my time is running out. I need to get call-out points. Right hallway, that is, I think that's most of them, actually. This is the sniper tower. This tower is good if you spawned over here and you don't think there are many people in this hallway. Say you see like one or two people over here, and you think that maybe they're the early movers and you think the rest of their team is in the fountain area, then I would actually run up to this sniper tower and not really, maybe get a few kills, but not like go on a murdering spree, but it's really mainly to help your team push up. As if I'm in the fountain, then I almost have to kind of stop and engage you, and it gives my team time to push up and get more map coverage, right? And if they are on the right side, then you have cover from the right and the middle. And since this hallway is so popular, there's a good chance that your teammates are going to want to push up into this hallway. And also, this is a recut for if you're going to get flanked, that one flank path up to this window, you can actually shoot people in the back. That it cuts off that little move right there. That's why it's so good. That's part of the reason it's so good. So hopefully I didn't bore you this time, because I ran out of time yapping my brain off. I hope to see you on the next map.